long day ahead.
We do, actually. This is just the beginning, isn't it?
Is it? I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
Do you think it's easier not to know some things?
Oh, no, I actually, no. Actually, well, for some, I think it's easier. It's easier to live that way, but I'm against it. I don't think it's a good way to live.
They say ignorance is bliss, and
Exactly.
that's an old phrase. Who knows whether that's true or not? I think it's bliss to a certain point until you discover the truth, and then your whole world comes crumbling down.
Exactly. For that reason, I'd rather live prepared.
Yeah.
And know.
Much better.
We both like to know.
Speaking about to know, yesterday was when I was writing my questions. I was thinking about to ask you to speak with me only in Ukrainska mova. Yes.
Well, what, because you speak it?
No, but I think it's awesome.
You do? Oh, thank you very much.
I don't understand, but I think nobody would understand.
So I take it you're not interested in Geordie. I speak Geordie.
Geordie? What is Geordie?
I don't know. That means I don't know in the north of England. It's almost a different language in itself. It's not very sexy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
in New Zealand, it's something like this.
New Zealand? Well, that's halfway around the world. But this is Newcastle in England.
You're fascinated by languages,
yes.
Right? Yeah. I can see that.
A lot.
Are you a linguist? Did you study?
No, I just speak in English. I understand Spanish and Portuguese.
Right. Well, we can't speak Portuguese, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We're hoping to make a comedy in Portuguese.
We are hoping, and it's going to come out in 2014. It's going to be a fall film. It's going to be slightly scary, but also funny. And it'll feature just us, basically.
And you should speak, clients come over too. The Portuguese comedy, and you speak your language.
Sure, I'll do that.
Nobody understands.
Oh, yeah.
It would be awesome.
Oh yeah,
great.
Okay,
great. Thank you for the suggestion. I will definitely consider it.
So, Olga, you have been in movies based on comic books, video games, and another one in comic book. Do you like this universe? Sci-fi.
Well, I love those things as genres. Yeah, I like sci-fi. Well, actually, this is my first. This is the first time I'm in this genre. I haven't done sci-fi films. I've done action.
Yeah, but the nerds.
Sci-fi is different, and this story is so original. It's so particular.
Yes.
It's not unlike anything else you've seen. It's new. And the thing is, it stays. It's not just like a bunch of flying machines chasing each other and exploding. It's humane. There are feelings. There's a beautiful love story. I think hopefully people could feel for characters. There's so many subjects. There's search for identity, for the truth. There's a lot of one could see it as a political movie. I mean, the Earth taking over a country, over something, over space, intruding into someone's world.
It's phenomenal to watch, and fast-paced and breathtaking, but it's also profound at its heart. It has a real soul, and it will live with you. And in that way, it's not like sherbet. It doesn't just dissolve after to give you a quick hit and then dissolve. It kind of really lives with you, what it is to be human in 2077 when the Earth has suffered a devastating attack.
Did you read the comics before the script?
I didn't. I only read the script.
We weren't, the two things were very different, and we didn't really draw huge reference from the comics.
Okay.
Exactly.
I think the reason for that is, in Joe Kosinski, the director's mind, they all lived there, and he was going to make a film from that concept, but it wasn't going to be the same thing entirely. And he wanted to work with us and see what we felt about our characters, what we could bring to the character, what Tom Cruise can bring to Jack Harper, what I could bring to Vicar, what Olga could bring to Julia. And in that way, we made the characters our own.
Yeah, we actually had great meetings and long conversations all together about our characters, which is, it's not always, well, every director works differently, but Joe was very insistent on that, and we really could put our thoughts about our characters and even give suggestions. It was a teamwork, an effective team.
An effective team.
Yeah. But do you like comics? You don't know, really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's always fun if we had time to. I'm sure you could agree. We probably mostly read scripts now.
We do a lot of script reading, eh?
They should start making scripts as comic books. Much better. But some actually do come that way.
In a way, we had that experience with Joe, because Joe Kosinski gave us essentially these beautiful images as if we were looking at the film like a comic before we'd even started. So we could imagine ourselves stepping into this incredible post-apocalyptic world.
Just one last question. If in this world nowadays, if we had thousands and thousands of Tom Cruises, how do you feel?
I think a lot of fans would be very happy.
Because they could just divvy them up.
Because one's just not enough. I know a lot of girls that would be the happiest girls in the world.
And each one is just as perfect as the next.
I know, can you imagine?
And they come packaged.
Wow.
I'm kind of scared. I'm afraid of it.
You're afraid of
Yeah, you know a lot of Tom Cruises.
many Tom Cruises?
Yes.
I don't think a lot of Tom Cruises is a scary thing. What scares
For
me is a
you
lot
as a
of Dolly
woman.
the sheeps. Remember Dolly when they cloned Dolly? That was kind of scary because we have a lot of sheep as it is. You know, there's only one Tom Cruise. I'm not saying each sheep doesn't have its own personality, but you know.
I think we should make more squirrels in the world.
Olga's a squirrel fan.
Exactly.
What can you say?
I'm sorry. I'd like to have it as a pet in my home.
We may even be introducing squirrels into our film in 2014.
Very possible.
Cool. Very cool. Thank you, ladies. One thing in Ukrainian for me. Anything. I don't want to know what you're saying.
Добрий день, як живеш?
Добрий день, як...
It's like good afternoon. How are you? How are you living? How are you?
Boa tarde. This is good afternoon. And como vai você in Portuguese? The same thing you said in Portuguese.
And I'll say дякую, which means thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.